Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about replacing your internal transducer connector on your LX and M series flashers. There's a couple things that you're going to need prior to starting this process. The first one is going to be a Phillips screwdriver. It's going to allow you to take off the screws on the back cover, allowing you to get to the inside of that system. The second thing that you're going to need is a pliers. This is going to allow you to loosen that lock nut that's going to come or that's on the back of that system. So moving over to our LX3 TCI here, I've already loosened the 8 screws allowing me to get into the back of that head unit. So all I'm going to do is take those 8 screws out, and we're going to set those aside over here. And now you're able to get into the back of that head unit and crack that system open. So I'm going to open up that system, and as you can see, the transducer is right here, that connection, and then the power connection is over here. So all you're going to need to do is pull straight up on those connections, and that's going to allow you to take that back cover off of your system. As you can see here, there's a gasket here which helps keeps it watertight. And then after this back cover is off, you're going to need to loosen this lock nut. So you can take your pliers and unscrew that a little bit, and that'll pop right off as such. And then this is just going to pop right out. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take my new one, and if you look on this plug, there's going to be a flat side on the plug. That's going to line up with the flat side on that back cover. So I'm going to pop that one in like that. I'm going to take my lock nut, and I'm going to screw that lock nut back down. You can take your pliers and get it hand tight. Doesn't need to be real tight. And then we're ready to put this back cover on the back of the flasher. So moving back over to the flasher here, all you're going to need to do is take your transducer connection. That's going to slide right here onto these 3 pins right here. All you need to do is push down there. You can see that slides on nicely. And then I'm going to take my power connector, and that slides on this 2-pin connection right here. And that slides down just like that. And then after that, I'm going to set this back cover right on top of that front cover. And then I'm going to make sure my gasket is seated properly all the way around that flasher. If it's not, you can take that back cover off and seat it properly. Then I'm going to go back to my screws here. I'm going to drop all these back into their respective slots. And as you can see on these screws, there is a rubber washer that also helps keep this system watertight. So you want to make sure you don't lose any of those when you're taking your screws on and off of the back cover. I'm going to drop those in there. I'll put everything back together. I'll plug my battery back in, plug my transducer back in, put everything back in the soft pack, and I'm ready to go fishing. If you have any more questions, visit us at marcumtech.com.